Does it matter who's in government in a month's time for the farming community? We hear constantly that this is a pivotal election, suggesting that the outcome will really determine the future of this country. Do you agree with that assessment that it's a pivotal election, but also for the farming community, does it really matter that much who's in the union buildings?
Well, can I disagree with the expert, Wandile, being a non-expert on agriculture? First, I really don't think South Africa needs land reform. I think the debate on land reform, being a political analyst, for me, transferring land from a white person to a black person doesn't add up to land reform. It's a transaction, yes, but it's not. If I understand my economic history of the world, of the modern world, the purpose of land reform, there are essentially three purposes of land reform. One is to get your agriculture to export. So if your agriculture is not exporting and you need to develop your industry, then you have to buy machinery from the outside world. So you have to get your agriculture to export. South African agriculture is exporting already. It's actually a big exporter. I used to be in the Commonwealth Sanctions Committee, so I know how agriculture of South Africa exports, because we used to try and block the exports of South African agriculture. So it's exporting already. So you don't need change. There's always improvement, change of crops, and so on. So it's already doing it. Secondly, you need your agriculture to feed your non-agricultural population. That's one purpose of land reform, so that you reduce the number of people who are in agriculture, but agriculture can feed the population, the non-agricultural population in industry in the urban areas. But South African agriculture is doing that already. And then the third one is, if you need workers who are locked up in agriculture, you need them to go and work in industry, then you need land reform to release that labor force. I stand corrected. Aren't these the three main drivers of land reform? Now, if our agriculture is doing them already, what we need, land reform is not what we need, because our agriculture is doing these things anyway. You may want to transfer land from black to white or white to black or whatever, but that's not land reform.
I'd love to hear JP's views on this as well, but Wanile's going to burst.
I'm not going to burst. But JP, before you jump in, I think I will have to say just a brief word, because I think, you are right if you are looking at how do we reform in its true sense, not actually in a sense of South Africa. If you say, how do we rejuvenate an agricultural sector, you could use your definition. But in South Africa, you are dealing with two issues here. You have the racial issue, which is that is in, and also you have the economic question. So those are the two objectives that you are dealing with.